Shut talk, shy it, shut up, die, up, shut up, shout talk.
What is going on, good people? It is your man D-Toe. It is another day's journey, and I don't know about you, but I am super duper glad about it. Want to welcome everybody to Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show, right here on everyone's favorite network, whether it's our home network or whether you're listening to us from one of our partnering networks around the country. Nonetheless, we are glad to have you hanging out with us. My name is Demetrius Tollfree. How do you know? I'll tell you how you know, because it says so, literally right there on the screen. My name is Demetrius Tollfree. You can hit me everywhere on social media at DTollfree, at DTOLEFREE. That is on Facebook. That is on Twitter, X if you use it. That is on Instagram, as well as now it's on YouTube and other places as well. I am extra, super duper glad to have you hanging out with us. Today, we've got an incredible show lined up for you. We've got people who will be joining us in just a few. But before we do anything, you know what you got to do. You got to get on the phone. You got to call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. But you know who you got to tell? Ikanache. You got to tell your mama them, Ray, Shay, Day, Delicious them, Nut them, Pojo them. Let them all know that we are live right here, right now on the Shop Talk family of networks. We've got a whole lot of things lined up for you. But before we do anything, those of you who are on you might be watching us from Facebook. That's all good. I'm glad that you're doing that. Why don't you tag a few people or tag a friend or two and let them know exactly what it is that you are watching and be able to make it happen that way. And then some of you may be tuning in or catching us on YouTube. And if you are, that is all good. Do me a favor and make sure that you take a moment to like and to subscribe to our channel. We want to be able to get as many followers and subscribers as we can, as well as hit that little bell. I've always wanted to say that. That's what all YouTubers say. I want you to hit that little bell so that you can be notified every time that we go live. Most of you know that we do this as a once a week show, and we are grateful and happy to be able to do that. All right, y'all, without further ado, it is time for us to get going. And in getting ready to get going, what? That means I got to get ready to bring up my first co-host. Now, today's first co-host normally is from Oakland, California, and he is East Oakland to be exact. Uh, uh, I guess I could do it this way. A great graduate of the Skyline. Oh, you can't say it that way. Skyline High School, 1987. I'm really telling this age. But my guy is.
That's right. You got to say Skyline.
Skyline.
Yeah, because if you say just Skyline, then we sound like a bunch of punks, man. So you got to say Skyline.
Yeah. So anyway, my guy is in the building. Let's bring him up without further ado. Pancho Romero. Man, what is going on, man? Welcome to today's show.
What's cracking, D-Toe and Freedom Radio family? So glad to be here today. So glad to be here with you for another week, for another great show. It's your boy, James Pancho Romero, the resident Mexican. Blaxican is what I really am, because my mama's black and my daddy's Mexican. I'm a mutt. That's what they call us. But you never know, man. The mutt is the most loyal puppy of all of us, man. So here I am, and I'm ready to hang out with you, D-Toe.
Man, I appreciate that. That is funny. That is hilarious, man. Welcome to today's show. We've got a lot of things lined up. And listen, again, I want to let you know, if you haven't done so, my friends, my family, those of you who may be watching us live right here, right now, why don't you go ahead? Two things. You can join us in the chat. This is an interactive show where you can join us in the chat, type in your comments, type in your thoughts, your feelings, and we'll be able to put them on the screen and, of course, shout you out as the show progresses throughout the day. But secondly, why don't you take a moment and just tag 2 or 3 people in the chat so your friends, your constituents, your family can see what you're watching and be able to join us for this particular show today. All right, y'all, as we get ready to keep things going and make things happen, you know what? There's a knock at my door. I can't even get the words right. Anyway, hanging out.
That is new.
Yeah. That's the old. That really sounds like the Three's Company doorbell. Man.
It really does, actually.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to find out if Three's Company or not, because we're getting ready to bring in our third person out in Hercules of California. My guy, always funny, always smart, but always has something great to say. Incredible singer and a supporter of all things Bay Area as well as all things Shop Talk. My guy is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Let's bring him up without further ado. You already knowing the incredible Ja'Cory Prothro. Ja'Cory, man, what is going on?
What's up? I got to get me some colors going because y'all got all these beautiful colors. That's why I said let me put on me some beautiful sunglasses. So come on, let's go.
I ain't mad at it. All we trying to do, man, is just, brighten up somebody's day, whether it's through lights or whether it's through camera or whether it's through action.
That's right.
We are glad to be able to make that happen. So I want to welcome you as well as everyone else to today's show. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I think we might even have some additional help a little later as we get going with the show. So listen, I was just about to move on a little further, but I think now I'm seeing double. I might need to get my eyes checked, man, because
watch it.
I felt like I was seeing double for a second. But before we do anything, you know what we got to do? We got to get ready to.
Well, who could that be, Dito?
Who can it be knocking at my door? That's okay. Anyway, I don't want to go away. In the building,
We're really showing our age today, man.
Hanging out in the back, ready to join us, my homie, also from Hercules, California, incredibly talented Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what is going on?
I know my. Wait a minute.
Oh,
I think there's an echo. Am I giving an echo?
No, but do you have the
Okay.
show on your phone or something? Are you watching the show from your phone?
No, absolutely not. No, I thought I did for a second, but now I don't hear it. I thought my bestest friend was gonna be like, "What is going on with these headphones?" But let me tell you, when we did the pop up yesterday of Dito Live, and I had on these headphones, I felt some kind of way. I felt a kind of way. I felt official. Hold on, stay with me. I felt prepared. Woo.
Yes.
I felt ready, and I could hear the voices clearly. Y'all go with me. When you have the right equipment at the right time, you can hear his voice. Hallelujah.
That's all right. That's all
Can
right.
I get a witness in here?
Yeah, you want
Hallelujah.
I got you.
Now, Ash,
Put
what?
me in A flat.
Mm.
That's not A flat, but that's
No,
okay.
that's not A. No,
I think
it's okay. I tell you what,
that might actually be A flat.
I may not be able to give you A flat, but if you
got
said you wanted to get a witness, I can definitely give you a witness this morning. So anyway,
Jesus Christ.
everybody to today's show. Listen, we've got a lot of stuff to cover. So why don't we, Poncho, why don't we, Ja'Cory, why don't we, Ashlyn, jump into today's show?
Yes.
And in doing so, the first thing I want to do is talk about today's National Day. Today's National Day, I only have 3. First of all, today is National Cherries Jubilee Day.
Ew.
I didn't say it had to be cooked.
Ew.
National
National
Cherries Jubilee Day is what it is. I eat cherries Jubilee. I unlike Ashlyn, I do apple pie, I do cherry pie, I do all that kind of stuff.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can I just add like 30 seconds of insight? My family loves cooked fruit. They love it. They do it every holiday. They do it every holiday. It's cooked fruit. They put cooked fruit in salads. There's cooked fruit on meat, cooked fruit on. I'm white. I grew up in a clear household. I don't want no more cooked fruit. I don't want it. I've been traumatized. It's too much.
With a little pineapple on some ham. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes, Lord Jesus, and cherry.
Now I will do some grilled pineapple now. I will do some grilled pineapple. When you go to the steakhouse, like the Brazilian steakhouse, come on, somebody.
Oh, I'm having.
And they bring around that cooked grill. Okay, I'm sorry, Dito. I got excited.
It's okay. Hey, Dito, she didn't come out of the OAL school, so we got to give her some levity, man. We got to give her some
OAL?
Yeah. Oakland Athletic League.
Hello.
OUSD. Okay, I got you. Okay, got you.
Yeah, Oakland Unified District, whichever way you want to go. It's okay. He's from San Francisco.
Fillmore. Come on.
It's all to the good.
From
well,
Mo.
Today, also in terms of National Day, today is also National Punctuation Day. And
Oh.
Ashlyn, I think you and I are probably on the same page with this. Even when I text and when I type stuff, I like for my punctuation in my text to make sense.
That's right.
I will edit a message if I put an exclamation where a question mark should be, or if I forget to put the dot to split up what I'm trying to say. I'm funny like that. My mother was not a teacher, but she made sure that punctuation and spelling and
That's
calculus.
good.
But your mom also believed in punctuation.
Oh, that's absolutely right.
That's one way.
Oh,
Yeah, matter of fact, Pancho, he might remember this too. My mother didn't play. She didn't play with me,
Nope.
but she didn't play with him either.
Nope.
Pancho, hold on, Pancho. Do you remember, bro?
When you smashed the wall in the curtain? Oh man, his mom was about to beat me up. But you know what though? Let me tell you something. So it was a big old moth in the house. Demetrius got a broom, and with the broomstick side, not the broom side, but with the broomstick side, he whacked the moth in the curtain. And she came in there, boom, 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 boom. She was like, "What in the world are y'all doing?" My partner said, "Pancho did it."
Oh.
And she was like, "You guys better sit down. I'm gonna start clacking heads up in
Lord
here."
have mercy,
I was like,
Jesus.
"Oh my God!" I was so shocked, and my partner blamed me, and she believed him. I was like, "Oh,
wow.
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
I remember that. Like,
I'm gonna get the clacking heads up in here." I was
Yeah.
like,
That put tears in my eyes. That
and she was serious. She was serious about smashing the moth in her curtain.
oh my God.
Serious
Yeah,
about that.
she was mad about it. Anyway, shout out to my bro, Pastor Antoine Miller, in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah. So, lastly, in terms of National Day, for sponsor gonna get us messed up.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
lastly, in terms of today's National Day, it is also National Women's Health and Fitness Day.
Oh
National
yes.
Women's Health and Fitness Day. So those women who might be chiming in or hanging out with us today, it might be a great day to take a walk, a great day to run to the gym and just kind of get reacclimated, whatever it may be. But as we get older, it is. I can tell you, it is harder and harder to stay in shape. Obviously, you can tell by me that I'm not. But the funny thing is, even though I'm not in shape physically, my body, I have no issues in my body that I'm aware of. I don't have high blood
Oh,
pressure.
bless the Lord. Bless
I don't
the
have
Lord.
diabetes.
Man, that's a blessing, man.
Yeah,
That
I don't
really
have
is a
any of that.
blessing.
I don't have any of those things. And so many of my friends, so many of my family members all have diabetes, high blood pressure, all those type of things. And all those things have missed me. So I pray to God every day, because he knows how much we can bear. He knows how much I can bear. He knows that I probably would not be able to bear it. Anyway, those are our national days. And while I'm in this vein, why don't we just very quickly do our birthdays? I only have two. In terms of people that we may know or may have grown up with, Pancho, you might remember this. Jim Henson. Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, the fact that you know that song, man, touches my heart.
Yeah. The creator of the Muppets.
Man, hey, man, can I get my favorite in here, D? Yeah. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make my pastime lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm so in love with you. Oh man,
yeah.
You know what? The one that brings tears to my eyes is someday. I'm crying already.
Hey, girl,
someday you'll find it. The rainbow.
Okay. You know, Ash, stop right there, because you about to make me cry. Hold on now. Stop.
The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
Sorry, D. We're getting off the rails. I'm sorry, D. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm so sorry about that, man.
Yeah, obviously, Corey's too young because he didn't get a chance to chime in.
No, he don't know.
No.
He ain't that young now. Come on.
Don't be doing me like that.
He a baby. He don't know.
It's all good. Yeah, happy birthday to him. He was born in 1939 and he passed in 1990, but he is the heralded creator of the Muppets. So happy heavenly birthday to him. And then last but not least, I'm sure all of us are familiar with my homie, formerly of the Bay Area, now residing in Nashville, Tennessee. She's now the Apostle San or Grisanthia Franklin. Today is her birthday. This is my friend.
Man,
my
happy
homie.
birthday, San.
Yeah. She's now the Apostle. the Apostle Sam Franklin. And so she is the pastor of Love Center South there in Nashville, Tennessee. And she has created this incredible conglomerate of churches, all bearing the Love Center name. And we're grateful for her contribution to ministry and all those great things. So happy birthday to them. So now, Ashlyn, it's now our time where we throw it out to you to encourage the one who might be having a birthday today or during this season. The virtual floor is now yours.
Listen, we just gave you an example of what it is to just create joy, spark joy, right? We talked about the Muppets, and I turned into a whole Muppet, okay? If
That's
it's your birthday and you have some residue, maybe somebody didn't remember your birthday, or maybe somebody you expected that they were going to do something. Let me tell you, you can shift and reset your whole thought process by just sparking joy. Focus your mind on something that brings you joy. Get out of your own way. Get out of the house. Go for a walk. Go buy yourself lunch. Go do something that sparks joy for you on your birthday, because today is the day that God made you. It's the day that the Lord has made, and we must rejoice and be glad in it. But sometimes our thought process gets in the way. So I'm encouraging everyone, if it's your birthday today or this week or this month or this year, which means all of us, spark joy today. Get your mind out of the sad thoughts and focus on something which is great. And today, the thing that's great is the fact that it is your birthday. It's the day that God created you and blessed us with you. So from all of us here at Shop Talk, Freedom Radio, and all of our affiliates, happy birthday.
That is good stuff, Ashley. You know what? I really appreciate you doing that. You did a great job with that. That was awesome.
Hey, Dito, Ash really cut me right here, man. Like, I'm really like emotional.
Jesus.
Because I think just those songs kind of took me back to a place where we were still enjoying life and we had not become adults yet. And, things were so wonderful. And, I can wax gold of all of the good things that would happen when we were young kids. And so it just took me back to those memories, man. So thank you, Ash, man. Okay, no more cutting, Ash. I can't be breaking down on
I'm cutting too. I don't know what's going on, but I'm cutting too, just thinking about the good old days. I think that we're so heavy right now in this country. It's so heavy. It feels so very heavy. And so that is the pep talk that I give myself. I will never give you all anything that I don't give to myself first.
Promise.
Promise. If I give advice or I give wisdom or I share something, it is something that I have sat with myself first. I have to be my first project. You can't be my first project. I have to be my first project. And so when I think about that, of going back to a joyful place, because you can, and God has given us that ability. He's literally programmed us to be able to shift our mindset somewhere else and focus on something else. And I just love him for that, because we can take ourselves out of our own situation at times with his partnering with him, with his help.
All right.
Come on.
I got you. Well, I tell you what, we're going to get ready to keep things going. Anthony, you're not going to mess us all up today. Today is not that day. As we get
I don't
ready,
know what's going on today.
Come on.
I'm glad somebody at the door. Hello.
we got somebody else at the door out in Charlotte, North Carolina, my homie and yours.
Oh, that's a small.
She got a chance to help me last week and sit in the host seat. She is here with us today again, my homie and yours. Yolanda Quincella is in the building. Let's bring it up. Further ado, Yolanda, what's going on?
Hey. You're not a true Jim Henson fan if you do not know that song. Fraggle Rock.
Oh my God, you know the song. I was like, what?
Down to Fraggle Rock. Down to Fraggle Rock.
And when I was outside a lot more. I didn't see that one too much.
What? You know what you did for me today? I have a very serious fan, love, admiration for Jim Henson. Like his birthday is literally locked in my reminder, in my calendar. I'm serious. I grew up watching Jim Henson. And I was just looking it up. Most people think he created Sesame Street, but he did not. He was a huge collaborator though, because he did create the characters, Bernie, Ert,
Ernie and Bert.
Bernie and Ert.
She
Big
said
Bird.
Bernie and Ert.
No, I said Bernie.
Ernie
What did I say?
and
Bernie and
Ert.
Ert.
Ernie.
Oh,
Ernie
Ernie.
and
I'm
Ert.
sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
No,
Ernie.
I know who they are.
Bernie and
My
Ert.
bad. Ernie
Bernie and
and
Ert.
Bert. Sorry, I'm coming
Oh,
from work.
that's
Okay,
beautiful.
Ernie and Bert and
Oh
Big
my
Bird
goodness.
and several other spaces. So he's really, really amazing.
Oh my goodness. That was
Yeah, it makes me emotional. His funeral was like super, uber emotional. So he's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, again, welcome to today's show. And shout out to Gloria Forbes Walters, who just chimed in saying good morning as well. We are grateful to have you and so many others. Again, those of you who are hanging out with us, feel free
Mhm.
to chime in on the chat. We would love to be able to put your comments and your thoughts on the screen, as we are an interactive type show. We are a talk back to me type church. And we want to be able to have a top opportunity to interact with you as well. All right, y'all, let's keep things going. And in doing so, a bit of good news. A
Mhm.
bit
we
of
need
good
it.
news from, and we all, the times in which we live in, man, we've been hearing people passing and
Yeah.
people, going on to be with the Lord and all those kind of things, man. But today I've got a bit of good news, and that is my friend, Josiah. We call him JoJo, but Josiah Martin, who has been going through some physical challenges. This is his
Yes,
second
Lord.
go around with some
Mhm.
physical challenges of this nature. Posted yesterday or a day before yesterday that he got a new kidney. I think this was his second kidney transplant, but nonetheless, he was able to get another kidney transplant. And from what I can see, sounds like he is on his way to recovery. Now, again, I know Josiah because he
Amen.
used to live here in the Bay, and Monterey is where he's originally from, and then they moved to Denver, which is where I believe Yolanda comes in to knowing Josiah and all
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
And incredible family. But just to be able to see that he is on the road to recovery, has a new transplant. Now, unfortunately, someone had to pass in order for him to get that, but nonetheless, he did get a chance to get that. And man, how excited we are, Yolanda! I know this is your guy, this is your homie. Tell me what you think about that one, man. This is amazing news.
Josiah is amazing. I met them when they moved to Denver, probably around 1998, something like that. And he was amazing even at 10. Literally. At 10, he had people running around shouting, and he's just an amazing gift to the world. So I'm grateful that God intervened. Sometimes he doesn't intervene the way we expect. And sometimes it happens in ways that we don't, maybe I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that Josiah has an opportunity to share more of what God has given him to the world. His family is really incredible. Again, I've known them for a long time. His mother was I just don't know. His mother was very, very incredible.
Yeah.
She's been gone a little under 20 years now, but she was no less than amazing. So we're grateful,
Absolutely.
we're grateful. God answers prayers. He's
Yeah.
really a phenomenal gift. If you don't know who Josiah is, if you've heard things like PJ Morton, Bishop Larry Trotter, Fred Hammond, God, I'm telling you, when I met them, he may have been 12, something like that, and he was a superstar then.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited for him, and I can't wait. He's actually, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it now, but he's supposed to be here in the Bay Area in a few weeks. We'll see if that actually happens. I know he's on the road to recovery, but I'll keep you all posted if that happens, and we might be able to bring him in live into the studio to make some things happen. We'll find out. We'll see if he makes the trip to California and be able to go from there. But I tell you what I do know. I can tell you. Oh, go ahead, Ashley. What's going on, sis?
No, I was just gonna do a little plug. I know that it's controversial, but Demetrius Tolfree just mentioned this, that somebody passed, and because that person who passed was an organ donor, now JoJo gets to have the surgery that he's been waiting years for. And I think it's very controversial. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to think about it. But we are all going on to glory. Well, hopefully, if you live right. But when that day comes, your legacy can be in the form of being an organ donor. I'm an organ donor. And I know, again, A lot of people don't want to do it. They think that it's a strange thing. But here's the thing. Someone can live in my death. Someone can go on and live beyond when I'm not here. I'm gonna be gone, singing with the angels. I'm not going to be thinking about you or anything else. But how can I serve the next generation in a way that is not going to affect me? And that, for me, is something, being an organ donor is something I encourage everyone to just look into it. Just look into it. And it might speak to you and God might say, yes. So that's all I want to say about that. I'm so happy for him.
I am not mad at it, and I appreciate that interruption. That is actually all good. I tell you what we're going to do. We got two things going on. One of them is we have another knock at the door. And this particular knock at the door has its own intro. Now, I normally play theme music, but today I have something different. Let's get ready for our next guest as he prepares to enter the room. Come on.
I'm too blessed, you can't ruin it. Too legit, gotta keep doing it. I can't stop now, you better get used to it. The devil made a mess, I had to grab the broom on him. Sweet, 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 sweet. Tell him I said move, let a real one through. Man, you can't tell me nothing. Nah, you can't tell me nothing.
Let's welcome to today's show, the one and only Big Meech, Demetrius Hunter.
I'm about to go make a video.
What's going on? What's up? Hello, everybody out there. What's up? Boom, boom. I'm in the room. Hey, what's going on, people?
Man.
Is that Poncho over there?
Hey, man, what's going on, my man?
Way down from the jungles there.
Hey, man, all the way from the east side. Oh,
Listen, today's show is absolutely amazing. It's very rare when we have all of us in here.
Yes.
But even in the fact of all of us being here, this is amazing. But I think I have
what's going on, Dito?
seat.
Dito, you're popular today, man.
Today's a good day. I got one more seat at the table that I want to open up. Let's get ready to retch out.
Retch
out.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's retch out to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to bring up our special guest of the day. Now, I'm excited about this guest. Now, he may not know who I am, and that's okay. But I can tell you this: we all know who he is. So much so that we have this particular introduction for today's guest. Why don't we take a moment, Demetrius? Why don't we take a moment, Jacory and Ashlyn and Yolanda and Poncho, to watch this introduction of today's guest? Take a look at this.
Why don't you help us sing that track? Oh, I said, blessed be the Lord. Hey, I said, blessed be the Lord. I don't get no witnesses in here. I said, blessed be the Lord. What the Bible said, be ye holy, for I am holy. For God, oh Lord, dwell in the high place. Holy is. He said, I am a holy God, and I dwell in the...
That is a great introduction to today's special guest. Let's bring him up without further ado. The incredible Zach Williams, man. Zach, bro, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Shop Talk. Welcome to this outlet, bro. You're muted, but man, hey, man, welcome to today's show.
What's up, everybody? I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, man. And come on, backdrop. Come on.
Yeah, looking good.
No, I'm actually in my studio.
Looking good.
Yeah, you're looking amazing,
that's looking
bro.
fire right there, man.
Thank you, bro.
I wish more artists would take this part of it as serious as you've done, man. This is amazing. Again, man, welcome to the show. We're excited to have you, man. Great music, as we just heard.
Thank you.
Lord, them Sopranos was screaming.
Man, I was just about to say that, D. Hey, man, them Sopranos made that song, Doc.
Yeah, they were screaming.
Yeah, Sopranos for me, that's my favorite. I love the altos, but Sopranos is my favorite section.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? I mean, many of us may know a bit about you, but why don't you take a moment, bro, and just give us a little bit about who you are, Zach Williams of and One Accord. So why don't you take a moment, man, to tell us a little bit about yourself, sir?
Yes, I am. This is gonna sound funny, but I'm from West Philly, here in Philly, born and bred, and choir music is what I love. I grew up a choir guy. I grew up all around it, and choir music is the best music in the world. I just absolutely love being able to, present choir music and get music out there so people can take to their churches for Sunday morning. And God is amazing, and He has blessed me to have this great choir. We've been around for about 21 years now, but I'm no stranger to choir music. I was the organist for the Reverend Ernest Davis Jr.'s Wilmington Chester Mass Choir for 25 years, and I'm currently their music director.
That's good stuff, man. Well, hey, again, welcome to the show. Now, Pancho. Now,
yes, sir.
The person next to me, we're both in Oakland, California, and
okay.
I'm going to do my best, man, not to take offense to the, Philadelphia 76ers jersey. Had I known he was coming like that.
Oh, no, this is authentic. Maurice Cheeks. Come on, bro. 1983. Come on.
I know.
Cheeks.
You know what I'm saying? I don't hold it against you, Rev. I don't hold it against you, man.
Who you rocking.
It's not GSW hoops, man. I'm gonna give you some love because of the great Dr. J, man.
Yes,
absolutely, that's the era. I ain't talking about right now. I'm talking about back then.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, man. Well, you know what? I love it, man. Great to have you with us, man. Yolanda Morant, who is hanging out with us as well, is responsible for you being with us, and so shout out to Yolanda for
yes
connection. And so, Yolanda, I throw it out to you first to talk to us about this relationship with the incredible Zach Williams. I'm going to put his Instagram up in just a second. But this is your guest tonight or today or this week, the virtual floor just for a moment. Yolanda, it's on you.
Oh, it's on me. So if you don't know me, I'm what they call a choir head. I'm really like a quartet choir head at the same time, but I am a choir head, right? And early on when I was starting my business, I would be at the church working, and there was a station, a website called Nothing But Gospel. And I once heard, that's where I got to hear the sounds of Mr. Zach Williams. He kind of hates I call him Mr. Zach Williams in One Accord, right? And the first song I ever heard was No Weapon. And I was just amazed. And so I listened to it 85,000 times. So when we connected, I'm just really honored. I'm actually a fan. I feel like there are so many artists who don't get the honor and respect that they are deserved, and I feel like he's one of those people. And of course, he's really great friends with my founder, my boss, Kevin Lemons, and that just further connected us. So this really is my honor. He and I were having a conversation about a week or so ago, and he said a couple of things. And I said, I think you need to share more of this with the world. I think your voice needs to be heard. You have a lot of great wisdom that I think today's artists really, really need. And so that's how this kind of happened.
Wow, I appreciate it. It's an honor. Yolanda's that girl. She just is. Not only can she sing, but she's great at graphic art designs, and anything that I've put out in the last 2 years, it's been her. She did cover work for our current project. And, like I said, she's just that girl. So I'm so grateful to be connected to her.
I'm very honored. You are the OG.
Absolutely. I love it. Hey, so Zach, man, you have an incredible group, One Accord.
Yes, sir.
I heard a snippet just a moment ago, man. Tell me how One Accord, first of all, how the name came about and how you put this incredible choir and music together, man, that now represents you around the world.
Like I said, my background as far as choir music goes back to my family and my home church, which is the Macedonian Frugal Baptist Church here in Philadelphia. My mother was the actual president of the senior choir for 20 some odd years. We had a family choir called the Freeman Choir. And in Philadelphia, we had choirs all over the place. We had the the Philadelphia Mass Choir, the Brockton Ensemble, the Save X Victory Choral Ensemble, the Philadelphia chapter of the GMWA, which is the first original chapter of the workshop. All that was birthed right here. So I was all around choir music my entire life. And all I ever wanted to do was stand in front of the choir and teach and give out choir music so that you can bring back to your church choir. So it has been an incredible journey thus far. One Accord actually was birthed before One Accord. I had a choir before that called Hype Praise. And we sang for about 6 or 7 years. And I decided to end that and regroup and change the name because we were getting older. And I wasn't going to be 54 years old talking about hype. There's nothing hype about a 54-year-old.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. No, I'm just saying. So I changed the name and I just asked God to give me new direction for what I want to do. And he gave me One Accord, one spirit, one mind, one body. And that was started in 2003.
Wow, man. That's amazing, bro. That's an amazing story. And the part about the GMWA that you mentioned, I did not know. So you just gave us some history that I actually did not know. So thank you for that information. I want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Karen Weston, who is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who is hanging out with us today. What is going on? Also, shout out to Maggie Winter, Dr. Maggie Winter, who is in the building with us today. But listen, Ashlyn, I want to give it to you for a second. We have this incredible, I'm Zach, if you don't know Ashlyn, this is Zach, and back and forth, an incredible singer that we have in Ashlyn, an incredible musician and producer. I did not know you played, Zach. So now I'm like somehow for you to give me a couple chords to take back to my little small church out here in Hayward, that I might be able to make some things happen. But nonetheless, Ashlyn, I know you have something to be able to ask this incredible young man. So the virtual floor is yours. You're muted.
I surely was. Okay. I think, first of all, thank you so much for jumping on here and joining us at Top Talk, and I really appreciate it. What is a lot of times, and we're talking about today is National Women's Health Month, but or day, National Women's Health Day, but health in general. I just want to talk to you about that because I know that God has healed you, and I just want to, maybe you can talk about what that's like to be a recording artist, to be traveling, to be moving around and all that stuff. And sometimes we get caught up in that. I know because I travel and tour as well. But what is that like when your health is holding you in a place where you cannot maybe, go where you want to go or do what you want to do? And then that process of healing, when God heals you, how do you take that message and put it into your music?
Wow. Well, last year, in February, I was getting ready for work, and I noticed something that didn't look right. And of course, we as men, let's first say this: men, we don't like going to the doctors. We just don't. And I went to the doctors. My wife made me go, and my oldest daughter made me go. So I'm glad I went. The end result was stage 2 breast cancer. Yes, a whole man with breast cancer. I couldn't believe it. And it shut everything down. The crazy part about all this is when I got the diagnosis, as I'm standing in the parking lot, leaving the doctor's office, Michi Waller, who is, shout out to E9 Music Group, that is my label that I'm on, it's my brother. He called me and said, bro, guess what? You made the nomination. Y'all got nominated for 2 Stellars. So now I am devastated because of the news of me having breast cancer, and then him telling me that I got nominated for 2 Stellar Awards in the same day, which is insanely crazy. God's timing is impeccable, because 2 days later, one of my good friends, Eugene Man Roberts, called me to ask me, could the choir go on tour with John Legend? So I have all these things happening, facing a diagnosis. So I had to take maybe like a week or 2 so I can get my thoughts together. Because I just, when you hear the word cancer, of course, the very first thing you think is death. And that's what I thought. I was like, I cannot believe that this is going to happen at this moment in my life. I just could not believe it. but God. That's all I can say. You know, I took time going to chemo and I never stopped. I just asked God, you know, you put me in this position to be able to do the things that I'm doing. So you're going to have to help see me through. I'm going to do my part and do my treatments and do whatever I'm supposed to do. But if you open these doors, you got to allow me to walk through them. If I got to have 3 people on each side of me get me through these doors. So I was going to chemo twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. Friday, I'm on the bus. I'm on the plane going where I got to go, do what I got to do. While I was on the very first night of the John Legend concert, I'm sitting in the dressing room waiting to go on stage. My hair decides to fall out. Mm-hmm. So when they saw me at sound check, I had a nice little situation going on up here. But when I go upstairs, you know, half of it fell out. And, you know, that was devastating in itself because, you know, my hair is my crown and I was really locked into that. But, you know, God blessed me to be able to navigate all of that, even though, you know, going through chemo treatments, you know, a couple months later, I'm still going through the treatments. I went to chemo on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm on a plane going to Vegas to go to the Stellars. I had to take a day to kind of get myself together. And, you know, my wife and some of my choir members was guiding me, walking me through the hallway. I lost 60 pounds. I lost all my hair. I was completely bald. But guess what? There was a promise that was made over my life. You know, God made me a promise, you know, and he told me, if you continue to move, I'm going to bring you through. And he moved and he brought me through. And now we are actually a year later, because October the 16th is when I rung that bell.
Come on.
For signifying that I completed my treatments and I am now cancer-free. So now my message has changed a little bit, you know, to spreading awareness to all men that we too can get this disease. But just because you have cancer don't have to take you out of here. You got to stay focused. So, you know, my goal was to continue to do this music thing because this is what I love. It's in my heart. It's in my blood. It's my life. And I was determined not to give it up. It was a long answer, but hopefully you understood what I was.
And I wanted to ask you because I'm a 7-year breast cancer survivor.
Wow.
And this year I went and had my CT and they said, other than my surgery scars, which you understand, there is no detection of cancer that I even ever had cancer in my body.
Yeah.
And so healing happens.
Yeah.
God is healer.
Yeah.
So when we call on him in the name of Jesus, and so I'm so glad that you spoke to that because we don't want people to be discouraged with a diagnosis. It does not mean death. And so thank you so much for answering my question. I appreciate it.
Not at all. And I made it up in my mind that I was not going to be silent and I was going to tell my story. And I was going to use that as a platform to inform men that you can speak out about these things and not feel any kind of way. Because the first thing you say, a man with breast cancer, first of all, you don't have breasts. Well, it doesn't even matter. I had it. Right. So, you know, I just wanted to be able to be a vehicle for other men to understand that this can happen to you. Early detection is key. And that goes for any other kind of cancer. Breast cancer, prostate cancer, you know, colon cancer. Early detection is key.
That's good.
So, you know, I'm glad you mentioned this. I'm glad that both you and Ashlyn had a chance to mention that. But not only did Ashlyn, is she a survivor, we also have Emetrius Hunter, who also is I want to bring Emetrius on, man, and be able to allow you, Emetrius, to ask your question again. This is actually turned into an incredible testimony service. But Emetrius, I'm sure that you have a question that you want to ask.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, I ain't got a lot of questions. You know, I do got some. Definitely. You know, welcome to the show. You know, I'm Meech. You know, I'm the loud one. So boom, boom, I'm in the room. Okay. Definitely your story is, we're definitely relatable. My cancer was dealt with lymphoma cancer, but the most incredible thing and most miraculous thing with me was the fact of when I was diagnosed with cancer, I was already on dialysis. And if you know anything about healthcare and the bloodlines and how the body works, you can't do 2 treatments at once because one is going to push the other one out and one's not going to respond. So it's kind of like, well, which one is going to keep him here? Which one's not going to leave him there? So then I went back to the doctor when I was getting ready to do chemo, and they realized they was wondering, why am I still on dialysis when my creatinine level has gone down to the point of normality? And I'm going, I don't know. I'm just going because I'm just doing what the doctors say do. They ran some more tests, did some more things, and removed me off of dialysis. So I've been cancer free since 2018. I haven't been on dialysis since 2016, 2017.
Amazing. Incredible.
Haven't had any transplants or anything. Only thing I've had was a stem cell transplant when I was going for the cancer. But it's definitely a true miraculous thing. However,
yes, sir.
Going through your music now, I don't, I always ask artists, can I say this? Because I always have a favorite, but I'm so sorry. When it comes to Zach Williams, I always go back to Declaration Live.
I knew it.
I need Zach Williams to go ahead and redo that thing one more time for the people. Declaration Live is the album for me. I know you've had so many albums. I did like Revisited though, because you have Lowell did a good single on that. Jesus, did he? So but I mean, Declaration. I don't even know what was going on in 2006 at that time of my life. But that album just really like hits for me still to this day. Wow. Even to this day, even when Yolanda said, "Oh, well, we bringing Zach on," I'm like, "Oh, wait, Zach." And then we was going back and forth with how the name was, but and so first thing that came to mind was like that album was the Declaration Live album, like that. It was I wasn't there at the recording, and just hearing that album, you can just understand what actually transpired in that room that night. And you listen to a lot of live recordings and you just kind of like, oh, that was a great recording. They did a good job. But then there's those recordings where you feel like there was a movement, like God really did something in the room on that
Absolutely.
night. And so, and I've noticed even with your music, you write from a place of experience, not so much not just scripture, but scripture and experience, testimonies, things that, because a lot of people can write songs that are good, especially with this new wave of gospel music, and now gospel music is in different genres of gospels of things of now. So, I grew up, it was either the choir or if it came to a group, it was BB and CC or the Clark sisters, or, now we got all this and now it's all separate, CMC and this and that and that. And so, even with the change in sound of gospel music, and even if I go back and listen to your music, you stay true to your sound. Wow. You level it up to where we're at in today's music, but you always stay true to your sound. So with all these different changes and rigmaroles and conversation in gospel music, how are you going to continue to maintain the Zach Williams from Declaration Live in this day and era?
First of all, the Declaration Project. It was my first project as a choir director and producer. Didn't really know what I was doing. All I knew is that I wanted to be able to contribute to Sunday morning music. And I wanted when you listen to it, I wanted it to be just like you said, felt like you were in the room. That's how I feel like, live choir music is supposed to be. Right. And that was the main thing that I wanted to accomplish. But I guess all the projects that I've done has been the same way. I just want to make sure that we are presenting music that you can very easily take back to your church choir and teach, but also music that makes sense and that means something, scripturally based, lyrically correct, musically, because I come from Philly. So Philly, we like the groove, we like the bounce. We got I know New York got the Brooklyn bounce, but Philly ain't far behind. Shout out to my bishop, Bishop Hezekiah Walker. He is the bishop of the Brooklyn bounce. Him and Dr. James Hall. I get all that. Yes, but Philly ain't no slouch either. We're not slouches in Philly.
I never heard of Philly bounce though. I maybe I missed it. But y'all praise break though. Well, I have to go back and listen to y'all praise break because you do have a couple of praise breaks on some of your projects.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna have to really go back and study the praise breaks.
we
Because when it comes to the East Coast and the praise break,
got a little bounce happening here.
yeah, we still praise. We still going back to the Mashonda album, going back to the Hezekiah album, playing the Mashonda album too.
No.
Because that's the because I know Vashawn tried to do a Chicago bump. After that, different people, but you never really signified like this the Philly bump though, or did I miss it?
Oh, you missed it. It's on this record. But no, it's on the last record. On the last record, I have the song called I Gave My Life to the Lord. I'm so glad I did. And I have my brother, Bishop Hayward Hamilton, is on the end of the song. Okay. And that's where we do the church bump to show, you that Philly got a little something going on there too.
No, y'all church in Philly. Now I was shocked when I went to what's that, Ben Salem?
Yeah.
Now they churched up. I said, wait, what? Y'all is churching out here in the country.
Oh no, Meech, you got to come to Philly so I can show you what's going on. We churches here in Philly.
Yeah, I got to come to Philly. I got to come to Philly there. I got.
Yeah, we churches here.
Man, baby, y'all trying to have this whole personal conversation. Let me.
we.
I'm not mad at it. Pancho Romero, man, he's in the building. Pancho, man, I know you got a question for Zach, man. So let me know, man, what you got for our guest today.
Hey, man, I from my perspective, I'm just getting introduced to Zach, and I listened to a little bit of the music thus far. I have to go back and learn about these past projects that you've done, man, so I can become a Zach Williams professional, man. But and let me tell you, man, and the stuff that I have heard, brother, you are not a slouch, man. You are coming hard and coming big with it. I really appreciate that, and thank you for thinking about the small man. I'm just a little, storefront church pianist, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I probably can't do the music the way that you guys can do it and present.
Those are the ones you got to watch out for when they say I'm a small this.
Right.
That part.
Those are the ones. These church people are tricky. Bishop Hezekiah Walker says all the time, you got to be careful. People like that.
Hey, Zach, all the chords I know I got from Demetrius Tolfree, man. And as he said, Demetrius gave me this is what Demetrius taught me a long time ago. He said, man, listen, let me tell you something. Majors, minors, and diminishes. You do that, you'll be all right. And so that's
lying.
But man, hey, man. And you know what? When you come out to California, man, I'm gonna try to make sure that I reach out my hand and say hello, man, and touch base with you with my guy.
Absolutely.
I can ask you just one thing, and let me make a left turn at Albuquerque, man. Is your soprano section for hire, Doc? When can we get out here? Now, Zach, don't get me wrong. We gonna meet and greet when you come, but can we get the soprano section here?
Well, I mean, I'm sure we can work out something. Listen, my soprano section, like I told you, I love all of the parts, but I've always been partial to the sopranos, and they hold it down. They hold it down.
They are fire, man, and I just like, man, cover from that song. Oh my God!
Shout out to
Ashton, you a soprano?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come on.
Good stuff.
No shaking lines of the power alto. She's like a power alto. No shaking. But she sings soprano too, because I know I've seen it. That's all right.
Absolutely. She got her mouth covered. Like, no, not me. Before we get ready to close out and let our guests go again, Zach, first of all, thank you again, man, for making time for us.
No, thank you. I appreciate this. This is amazing.
Man, we can do this again. I don't tell this to everybody, man, but you can definitely have a seat at our Shop Talk table, man, any time you feel, bro.
Honor. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yolanda, I'll give it to you for any closing comments or final thoughts in regards to our guest of the day.
So first, we don't have enough time today to really get to everything. I mean, for real, when I say, people pass around the word GOAT, like really like it's for everybody. But I think those are terms that are earned. You don't even look for them. They're just terms that are earned based on hard work and intention and all the things you put into the ground. So Mr. Zach, we had a part of the conversation I wanted to touch on like real quick. I saw something today that might kind of allude to some of the things we said. There was a young man named Kai y'all met the young man. He's really popular on social media, like heavily. And one of his friends came online. I said he felt some type of way because Mariah Carey was a guest on this show. And he said she came on here, but she didn't do anything for us. And I thought about Zach. And I thought, the truth is, she did give you something when she came. It was her presence.
Her presence, yeah.
Mariah Carey is a 30-plus year vet artist that if she walks in the room, she probably can't do it by herself because there are millions of people that know her. This gentleman, no stock to these young men, you could walk in the room and people could not know. And so me and Zach were having this conversation, not necessarily about that, but just about how a lot of times artists want a lot of the newer artists. They want all these things. They want all these benefits. Misha can, attest, but that there's nothing in the ground. Huh? There's nothing in the ground. There's nothing that you paid no dues. You've never done.
You did a quick single on iTunes. That's in the ground. That's it. And then once you do that, now you're whatever you think you are.
Some of them ain't even doing that. They don't hit a few good services. Got a good put out a good reel with 5,000 hits on it.
There you
now
go.
They're charging you $5,000 to come and show up at your church, but you ain't got nothing to give me other than that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want
somebody from the back for that.
About 5 minutes, 3 minutes. I just wanted him to touch on it because he gave. I'm pretty sure he can't give it all the way today, but he gave these amazing nuggets about just how we don't really honor legacy, but we want, and that's why I showed the Mariah Carey part or talked about that because I thought it was so interesting that the young man literally the Kai guy wasn't offended, his friend was, and he said she came and she did nothing. She only talked about herself. She's Mariah Carey,
right?
So yeah.
So my question is, how do you expect a younger artist to honor legacy when they don't understand the magnitude of what the legacy is?
Come on.
You can't honor, someone who's iconic if you can't understand the totality of who that person is or what they have done for whatever genre. Now, Mariah Carey, I'm not the biggest Mariah Carey fan, but I'm not crazy. She is an icon. So her being in the room, she gave you something, like you said, her presence. A lot of these artists, especially the younger artists, and I'm not, down on younger artists. I love everybody because everybody deserves a chance. God gave everybody the ability. He gave you a dream and go for it. But at the same time, in going for your dreams, you also have to know the background of what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish and who came before you and their magnitude.
That's good stuff, man. I like that. That's good stuff, bro. Listen, before we get out of here, man, last question, man, is how can people support you? How can we get in contact with you?
And what's next for you? What's next?
Okay, I'm everywhere. I'm all on social media, Zach Williams, on Instagram, Zach Will Music. I'm very active on here. I'm on here all the time. I do pop-ups. I'm right here in my studio. I have my own radio show. It's called the Choir Storm Radio Show, where I just play all number choir music. I pop up different times of the week. On Thursdays, I do my Throwback Thursdays because, the 80s, the 70s, that was the best era of choir music. So I pop up on Thursdays and I do that. I am back in the studio, so there's the possibility of something else happening very soon. Working on some new music. It's time for that. And I'm slowly but surely, getting back to traveling with the choir. One of the side effects from this breast cancer, I'm sure that you understand, I'm struggling with neuropathy. And I have a bad case of it, and it affects my playing, it affects my equilibrium. So, and then sometimes I get fatigued real quick, but I'm taking my time. I ain't complaining. I'm still moving around. The choir's doing what we're doing, and we're posting. So you can go right to the Choir Storm Radio Show page, or you can go right to Zach Williams on the Chord, or the E9 Music Group. That's where all the music is. EMG.com, E9 Music Group, and that's where all our music is.
That's good stuff, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We're almost out of time, but before we do, I just want to mention something that Aston sent my way, that if you are interested in auditioning for American Idol, All you have to do is go to americanidol.com/auditions. I'm sure there is a form, and you probably will have to upload a video of some sort. But if that is your jam, or if that is something you want to try to audition for, this might be your opportunity. All right, y'all. Listen, we are not out of conversation. We're just literally out of time. But before we go, Yolanda Morant, any closing comments, final thoughts?
You get one life. You have to live that one life to your best ability. If you're going to audition for American Idol, remember why you started.
There you go.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Pat, we'll let you be our closing word, man. Any closing comments, sir? Final thoughts.
Only what you do for Christ will last. If you have a vision, make it plain and be open to the word no, but don't stop.
Wow. Good. I like that. I like that.
Good stuff.
I like that, man. Yeah, that reminds me as we close, man, and we've said this a million times. I'll say it again, especially after he just said, don't let the word no stop you. A winner is just a loser that tried one more time. Yeah. Let that sit on you. All right, y'all. Listen, it's time for us to get ready to go. But before we go, allow me on behalf of Ashlyn Cole, Pancho Romero, Yolanda Morant, Demetrius Hunter, and Corey Prothro, and special guest Zach Williams. My name is Demetrius Tofree. To the next time on this same Shop Talk Network at this same Shop Talk time, you know how we do it. You can help us say it. I'll holla.